Once upon a time, in a remote monastery nestled high in the mountains, there lived a humble monk named Corden. He was renowned not only for his deep wisdom and profound knowledge of scriptures, but also for the extraordinary aura of respect he emanated. Everyone who came into contact with him was deeply moved by his presence, feeling an inexplicable sense of peace and admiration. Corden had not always been so revered. In his youth, he was a restless and arrogant young man, seeking recognition and validation from the world around him. His desire for power and influence drove him to pursue worldly accomplishments. But no matter how successful he became, he felt a lingering emptiness inside. One day, during a moment of deep contemplation, Corden realized that true respect could not be earned through worldly achievements. He understood that genuine respect stemmed from inner peace, humility, and compassion. Filled with a newfound sense of purpose, he abandoned his former life and sought refuge in the mountains to become a monk. As Corden immersed himself in the teachings of the ancient scriptures, he learned the ways of meditation and self-reflection. He dedicated himself to understanding the deeper meaning of life and the interconnectedness of all beings. He practiced humility and kindness with every action, finding solace in simplicity and contentment. Years passed, and Corden's reputation spread beyond the confines of the monastery. Travelers and seekers from distant lands sought his guidance, drawn by the magnetism of his presence. Word of the revered monk who radiated respect and compassion spread like wildfire, and pilgrims flocked to the mountains to seek his blessings. Among the many who came was a young and ambitious warrior named Arjun. Fierce and skilled, Arjun was on a quest to become the most respected and feared warrior in the kingdom. He believed that true respect could only be attained through power and dominance. However, after hearing about Corden, he couldn't resist the temptation to meet the enigmatic monk. Upon reaching the monastery, Arjun was awestruck by the serenity that enveloped the place. He was greeted by the gentle smile of Corden, whose aura seemed to touch his very soul. Intrigued, Arjun decided to stay and observe the monk's ways. Each day, Arjun sat in quiet contemplation, watching the monk as he interacted with fellow monks and visitors. Corden treated every being with unwavering respect and kindness, regardless of their social status or background. He listened patiently to everyone who sought his counsel, offering words of wisdom that went straight to the heart. As days turned into weeks, Arjun began to question his own path. He saw how the warrior's code he once embraced paled in comparison to the compassion and serenity displayed by the humble monk. Gradually, he started to transform, shedding his ego and aggression like an old skin, and embracing a more profound understanding of respect. One evening, after a particularly moving conversation with Corden, Arjun realized that true respect was not about dominating others, but about uplifting them. It was about recognizing the inherent worth and dignity in every being, and treating them with empathy and compassion. With newfound purpose, Arjun decided to follow Corden's teachings and become a protector rather than a conqueror. He returned to his kingdom not as a feared warrior, but as a respected guardian, known for his fairness and benevolence. As years passed, Corden's reputation continued to grow, and he became a revered spiritual leader not just in the region, but across the entire kingdom. His teachings spread far and wide, and many influential people sought his guidance. Among those who came was the king himself, who sought Corden's counsel during turbulent times. The king was deeply moved by the monk's wise words and profound insights. He realized that true leadership was not about asserting authority, but about serving the people with compassion and understanding. Inspired by Corden, the king began implementing policies that prioritized the well-being of his subjects, and the kingdom flourished under his benevolent rule. The people, too, started to emulate the teachings of the monk, fostering a society built on mutual respect and understanding. The news of the kingdom's transformation reached neighboring realms, and rulers from far and wide sought an audience with Corden, hoping to learn the secret to earning respect and establishing a harmonious society. In the end, the once restless and arrogant young man had become an embodiment of true respect. He had touched the lives of countless people, instilling in them the values of humility, compassion, and empathy. Corden's legacy lived on, not only through his teachings, but also through the hearts of those who had been fortunate enough to encounter the respected monk. And so, the tale of Corden, the monk who found the true meaning of respect, became a timeless legend, inspiring generations to come to seek inner wisdom and understanding. For it was in his journey of self-discovery that Corden showed the world that true respect could only be earned by first learning to respect oneself and then extending that respect to every living being.